I'm sure you've seen these documentary style videos by Pexto and Ryan Pictures, but I haven't seen a single soul make a video on how to do it. So I'm gonna finally break the ice and show you. You're gonna need After Effects and a brain. And make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to reveal how I get these really smooth transitions and these text presets. All right, let's hop into it. Okay, first, I want to show you how to get that border. Looks like a fire, kind of. I want to show you how to get that border. Okay, so get your clip, obviously. And first, what you need to do is you may need to make a solid. Okay, so you want to get a dark solid. I don't think it matters the color. I get a gray, and you can scale it down to your video clip, like scale it down like this. Put a saber on it, and then copy all my settings. But make sure you change the preset to energize. Make sure you change the core type under customized core to layer masks, and then it will do this border effect like that. Make sure you be doing this for every clip. Okay, I don't know where I left off. I wasn't recording, so I'm just gonna redo all of this. So to get this blur effect in the background, you're gonna put a camera lens blur onto your adjustment layer that you make. Just search up in your effects over here, camera lens blur. Put it on, drop down effects, drop down camera lens blur. Put on the stopwatch. Put this for the start to be 0 and put the end wherever you want it to end to be 12. Then you'll get this nice little blur like that. Next, I don't know if I showed this, but here's the text. This little fade in. So to get this little fade in, you're gonna put range selector on your text. My bad. You're gonna drop down your text, go to animator and range selector, and then you can go to opacity right here. Not opacity, my bad. Offset, range selector and offset, and you're gonna put it as a -100 at the start and then 100 at the end, wherever you want it to end. And then you will get this fade in effect. Pretty nice. I like it. Soon I will show you the other text I've done, and soon I will show you the transitions I have and the plugins for them. But first, let's go over some keyframing. So let's go over some of these camera movements and these movements of the videos. So my camera movement is, I use like a 28mm camera. To make a camera, by the way, you just right click new and then camera. I use 28. I don't know the difference between like the millimeters, but I think it does make a difference. I use like 28. And then I change the position, X rotation, Y rotation, Z rotation. So I zoom out, but I'm also doing this little curve effect, sort of. And if you're wondering how I get these curves on these videos, just search up CC lens and then apply it to your video. When you apply it to your video, just copy these settings and you get this nice little curve. So yeah, this is my camera movement. Just do a little zoom out, but a turn as well. And if you want to see it a little better, I can also go, if you want to see it a little better, just notice these white lines right there. You can see it look curve a little bit. And then to get this slide up animation, what you're gonna do, you're gonna go drop down your pre-composition or whatever, your video or whatever, go to your transform, put your position here, make sure your video is not visible to start. Go drag it all the way down with this tool, this side right here, drag it all the way down, and then get all the way back up, just go back to the old position. So use this one, drag it up, and then to get the smooth animation like this,
to getting shot, because
if you don't make it smooth, it'll just look like crap. Press F9, highlight these two keys, press F9, go to the speed ramp thing right here, this button, click this, drag it over here, click this, drag it over there. If you want to make sure you did it right, you can zoom in. So this is what the curve looks like, and then you'll have this nice little smooth animation. For my other camera movements, I basically just do the same thing. I just do a zoom in, zoom out, or I just do like a zoom like that. All right, what you've been waiting for now, the text and the transitions. Let's do text first. Okay, so the text I have right here is actually with the plugin Animation Composer 3. It's a great plugin. Everyone should have this. If you don't have this, go get it. I'll put a link in the description. It's completely free. Make sure you download the starter pack with this. It's really great. Can you let me fucking move this? Holy shit, dude. Fuck. Now, the preset I use for my text, yes, I use presets just to save time. I use presets. I use fade characters separately like this. Yo, it does that. It does a little like kind of like a fade in, but it's sort of like a typing effect. And obviously I'm using montage again for the font. I don't know if I explained that earlier, but I'm using montage for the font. You can get it on like thefont.com. Here's all my settings. You can just copy this. Then I use a drop shadow, CC lens, and then I have a glow. I don't change the glow. You can copy these settings. Here's my drop shadow settings. It's more of a stroke and a drop shadow if you look right here. And then here's my CC lens settings and make a nice little curve. Here's the no curve, and here's curve. And I showed earlier how to get this blur background like this. I use the same plugin for my transitions, which is not a surprise at all. So all right, let's go with these transitions. So this first transition is called Simple Distorted Zoom Out, as you can see like that. Just drag it on to your timeline, not too hard. This one is just a fade out, fade to black. You can search it up here. This one right here is called a hard vignette. Oh, I put a vignette on this video, my bad. I forgot to mention that. And then for this, I do generate a light leak 1. This one right here. For this transition, another fade out black and the same text like I did earlier. I think I forgot to add a drop shadow to this. I did. Okay, drop shadow is added. And this one, this is my favorite transition right here. This is zoom and rotate out. It is this one. It's really nice. Same with this one too. This one's really nice. If you, this is zoom in and twirl. This is a zoom out and twirl, I guess, to rotate more. And the After Effects version of this plugin is way better than the Premiere version. So I preferably just use After Effects mainly for these plugins. And that is how you make YouTube documentary style videos in After Effects. If you're wondering how I download my clips and videos and all that, you can go search up 4kdownloader.net. that or whatever. You can download the program. I use that program. One more thing, to get this puppet moving effect like this, you're gonna do a thing called puppet tool. This pin right here, click on it and go to your image, select the layer, pin where you want to move. If you want to move his head, pin the head. If you want to move his chin, pin the chin. If you want to move his shoulders, pin the shoulders. Well, I just pinned the head. I also pin these just in case if the movement is wrong. You're gonna drop down here, select your pin wherever you want it to move. So I select the head, so that's puppet pin 1, and I have the position to just be normal, and then but I changed this one slowly so it does this little movement, but I also made it so I copied this one over here so it goes back to its original position. So it kind of does like a little wave. It's a little subtle, so it's not too harsh. I would probably go a little harsher.